This video is the first of a series that will expose animal abuse and police misconduct at the 2009 Illinois High School Rodeo Finals, which were held in June in the town of Altamont in Effingham County, Illinois. With regard to humane investigations by approved humane investigators, the Illinois Humane Care for Animals Act states, quote, "States attorneys and law enforcement officials shall provide such assistance as may be required in the conduct of such investigations," unquote. Nevertheless, credentialed Illinois humane investigators attempting to document violations of Illinois state humane laws were obstructed and harassed not only by rodeo supporters, but also by Effingham County Sheriff John Monet and his officers, as well as Altamont Police Chief Kendall Balding. This video focuses on some of the police misconduct which occurred, for without that misconduct, the animal abuse and other misdeeds of rodeo people could not have happened. This is the view of shark investigator Janet Enoch, who is as yet unknown to either the rodeo people or the police that are in their pocket. Here I am. My name is Steve Hindy, and I am an approved Illinois humane investigator. I am positioned to film animals who are having their tails painfully twisted and yanked in what is called the timed event shoot. The two people standing on the stairway are intentionally blocking my view of the shoot because they know that there is cruelty occurring in the shoot. Behind me are two police explorers. These are students who intend to pursue law enforcement careers. These Explorer Scouts operate under the direction of Effingham Sheriff John Monet and Altamont Police Chief Kendall Balding. They are witnessing but doing nothing about the ongoing obstruction and harassment. In fact, I have already addressed the Explorers about what is going on, and they have refused to do anything. Now coming into the picture is Effingham County Sheriff John Monet. He sits down behind me but does not announce his arrival. It is at this moment that the explorer in the dark cap looks back and notices that there is a camera on him and his associate and Sheriff Monet. He informs his associate of his discovery. The associate checks for himself. He sees the video cam. The two confer about this unexpected development. Meanwhile, Sheriff Monet attempts to listen in on my conversation. He must have thought he was pretty cute, being the sheriff and listening in on a call for assistance from the sheriff's department. Of course, he knows exactly why I'm calling, and he is witnessing the obstruction and harassment for himself. While the explorers continue to watch Janet and try to figure out their next move, and while Chief Monet continues to overhear my phone call to police, I should mention that both Sheriff John Monet and Police Chief Kendall Balding are sponsors of the rodeo and have hosted pizza parties for rodeo contestants. Does this necessarily mean that either the police chief or the sheriff are unwilling to properly enforce the law? Apparently the answer to that question is yes, but if you are still not convinced, watch what happens next. First, the explorer in the cowboy hat moves up behind Janet so he can keep her in sight. Next, the other explorer informs Sheriff Monet that someone is filming them. Sheriff Monet acknowledges the information and then checks for himself. Now the sheriff says something to the explorer, who immediately heads up to block Janet's view. Perhaps a bit confused over the sudden move, the cowboy explorer heads down toward the sheriff. But then he picks up on the sheriff's order. Not willing to be blocked, Janet quickly moves to a new spot where she can continue to monitor and document. The explorers also immediately follow. The sheriff by his order and the explorers are now actively and personally obstructing and harassing Janet. Again, Janet moves so that she can continue to document, and the explorers continue their harassment.
Can you please not videotape me?
And then hey, dish it out, but you can't take it, huh?
On camera shot.
Oh, well, it's just too fucking bad now, isn't it?
Excuse me, ma'am, there's no reason because we have done nothing to hurt you.
You have harassed me?
I have not done nothing to you, ma'am.
Oh, it's just getting started.
Thank you, ma'am.
fish it out, but you
We
can't take
did
it?
nothing. All you have done is videotaped us. And we're wondering why.
All you've done is tried to block it.
Now,
Man yourself.
I'm trying to be nice to you.
Well, then back off.
Can you explain?
Back
Just
off.
explain. It's almost
Back off. I don't explain anything. Back off.
In spite of the harassment and obstruction of rodeo people and the police, shark investigators did successfully document violations of the Illinois Humane Care for Animals Act, and we are attempting to have charges filed. Unfortunately, Effingham County State's Attorney Edward Daters refused to prosecute when shark documented animals shocked at the same Illinois high school rodeo finals in Altamont in 2006. I will mention again that when it comes to cruelty investigations, Illinois state law requires that, and I quote, "State's attorneys and law enforcement officials shall provide such assistance as may be required in the conduct of such investigations." Shark personnel have for years witnessed the corrupting power of the rodeo mafia. The town of Altamont in Effingham County, Illinois, is just one of the more recent examples. Watch for more videos exposing the cruelty and corruption of the 2009 Illinois High School Rodeo Finals. If you care about animals, please do not go to rodeos, and please do not do business with rodeo sponsors such as Coca-Cola, Dodge, Marriott Hotels, and Southwest Airlines. Much more information on corporate rodeo sponsors can be found at corporatethugs.com. This is Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.